Hello everyone, and welcome to those of you who are checking the charts more often than your own mood today. If you're holding XRP and wondering whether you should sleep, or just keep staring at the screen, you're definitely not alone. As soon as 2026 began, the market already started acting strange. A lot of people are thinking the same thing right now. I thought this year would be different, why does it feel like this again? Today, we're going to break down January through March 2026, the period known in Vedic astrology as the Mars influence phase. For XRP investors, this is one of the most exhausting, violent, and psychologically demanding periods of the entire year. Let me give you the conclusion first. The overall direction during this phase is clearly bearish. Yes, there will be rebounds, but most of them will not mark the start of an uptrend. They are far more likely to be pullbacks, short covering bounces, or what many call hope rallies. In Vedic astrology, Mars represents speed, conflict, heat, anger, and destruction. In financial markets, Mars shows up as explosive moves, sharp pumps followed by even sharper drops. It is the planet that cleans out leveraged positions without mercy. In crypto markets especially, a Mars phase doesn't just break charts, it breaks people. For XRP during this period, upward momentum weakens, lower highs begin to form, and support levels are tested again and again. In terms of price structure, most rebounds are likely to be capped around the low 2 range, roughly between 2.00 and 2.30. On the downside, if levels around 1.70 to 1.60 fail, market sentiment can collapse quickly, and a fast drop toward the 1.40 zone, or even briefly into the 1.30s, becomes possible. What makes this phase especially painful is that the declines are not driven by bad news, but by forced liquidations. Positions get crowded, and then they get erased. Now let's look at this period month by month. In January, Mars energy begins to fully activate. A common pattern here is a sudden, convincing pump. People start thinking, is the trend changing? And then that entire move gets completely reversed. Holding long positions for too long in January is not something I would recommend. If you trade long at all, it should be very short-term, scalp-level trades, with extremely tight stop losses. February is the most dangerous month in this entire phase. Mars influence peaks here. This is when you start hearing comments like, is it over? Was XRP never meant to succeed? Ironically, this kind of despair often appears near medium to long-term bottoms. But that does not mean it's safe to go all in. Volatility in February is extreme. Leverage traders face the worst possible conditions. However, for spot investors, this period can become one of the most important accumulation zones of 2026, if approached slowly and emotionally detached. In March, downward pressure remains, but the speed slows. Instead of panic selling, the market tends to enter a grinding, exhausting sideways phase. This is when short positions should gradually be reduced, and spot buyers can begin cautiously increasing exposure in preparation for the months ahead. So the core strategy for January through March is simple: don't focus on maximizing profits. Focus on survival, reduce leverage, accumulate spot positions slowly, without emotion. One last warning: the most dangerous thought during a Mars phase is, this time feels different. The moment you become confident, the market tends to prove you wrong. This phase is not about winning big. It's about staying alive for the rest of 2026. Before we close, an important disclaimer. This analysis combines Vedic astrology with market behavior and is provided for educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Cryptocurrency markets are highly volatile, and all investment decisions and responsibilities belong solely to you. If you endure this January-March period successfully, the environment from April onward has the potential to feel completely different. This is where patience may finally be rewarded. If today's video helped you gain clarity, please consider liking and subscribing. I'll continue breaking down XRP by reading both the charts and the stars, as honestly as possible. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.